I'm sorry, I have to post another mouse video. Some of you, I think there were 6 people that saw a video. I had the mice running around the living room fighting. And it was just like Cinderella. I expected them to start sewing, and I couldn't have that because of the dog. She was either going to go after them and get sick, or not go after them, and we were going to have mice running around the house. So then what I did was catch them. The next day, I set the traps back up, I caught them, and I had them separate. And the reason I'm making this video is in case anybody does watch these videos because they're thinking of getting a pet mouse, these are, I believe, Jumper and his mother again. I had caught, if not, it's just such a coincidence at this point. So the two were running around the living room fighting, and it was the big fat gray one that went after the little gray one. So, and those are two, I think, are 2 males. And I thought the big fat gray one had maybe killed the little gray one. And I was expecting to find a dead mouse in my living room. Anyway, it took a day and a half for this little gray guy, who was on the right there, I think, to show up again. And I kept them separate as I caught them because I needed to keep males separate. I needed to make sure when I relocate them this time that I know what and who I'm relocating. So anyway, after finally the little gray one showed up and I had put it in here, and then the brown one showed up, which is the one on the left, and I had that one, which I think is his mother, in another container. And I kept them separate for a day and a half, and this is why I'm posting the video. You've seen the other videos where these two run around, they eat, they climb on the thing. When they were separated, they went into like this depression. The little gray one hovered in the corner over there of the tank, the far corner where I have a piece of brown paper hanging, and just sat there. And I thought it was injured, so I let it just sit there for like a day and a half. And then I did notice that it could move around, and it could eat. And anyway, the brown one, the mother in the other container, wouldn't come out of a tube for like a day and a half. They went into this depression. They barely ate. So as far as pet mice go, the pet store only sells males here locally because they don't want to send you home with a pregnant female. They don't want to take that chance. And males will fight. The problem is, I think they like living 2 at a time, at least 2 at a time. Now, when I last did this and had them like this and then threw the big fat gray one in there, the mother mouse actually hit it on the head a few times. So I don't know if I have a strange family of mice here or if this is common. But these two are now, they wouldn't even go in a jar. When I had them separate, they refused to go in the plastic jars. And they sat in the tubes or in the corner. So I know the lighting, this is right near my front door. I walk by here like 15 times an hour. And they're just perfectly happy sitting in there watching everything I'm doing. So I will be relocating them, but this has become a not only a learning experience, but mice, I had said that they're very social. They actually got depressed. So I know people kill them, and that's probably what I normally, no, I can't say that. But most people would normally just kill them and get rid of them. And I can't do that. So I've learned more, but at the same time, I have a bigger problem because these two and the big fat gray one, which is the one that steals the soap, he's still stealing soap. A huge bar of ivory soap he tried to drag across the counter. I have a problem. They think they live here. They think they own this house. So I did want to mention that if you're going to get them as pets, I had thought, first of all, I can't bring a pet mouse in here because my mice would be in the way of the pet mouse. And if the pet mouse ever got out by mistake, my mice would get it. So it's a problem. But anyway, they're happy as clams.